Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the super late stream this time. Give me a minute to get ready. Oh, Visual Studio Code updates. No, not today. Okay, so today is the 3D sound time. Let's see. Yeah, what did I do last time? Okay, so let's begin. For today, let me. Oh yeah, just a moment. Release. Everything should work. Okay. Oh, and I need my headphones. Okay. So, yeah, here we go. So, welcome to the stream. This is the 82nd stream of Shakedown development. On the last stream, I was improving. So yeah, for these streams, I'm working on the replay system. Last stream, I did. I checked out Farfaday's Lunar mod. I turned off Auto Shifter. Oh yeah. Well, these are all the fixes about replay system. I added a helicopter camera at the end. That was actually at the end of the stream. And fixed a few things like not having timing in replays and resetting props. Okay, so for today's stream, I'm going to do 3D sound, which is a big deal because right now, yeah, I said that I canceled doing that on the last stream, and improving the replay UX. Is the sound okay? I hope it is. So, how does the game look like right now? Let's see. So, here's the game. I can drive around, and I think the sound is very quiet. Okay, let me actually go into the Sweden. And I want to make the sound 1, which is, there should be audio somewhere. There it is. Oh, volume 1. Okay, I don't need this anymore. So here we go. You can drive around. If you press F5, start recording the replay. If you... Yeah, so, no, don't get stuck to the walls. Nice. Okay, let's do a nice jump. Not bad. Almost. Cool. And when I press F6, I stop the recording, and I can press F7 to play. And there it is. So, well, right now the UI is over here. Yeah, maybe I should turn on the replay UI immediately and not be part of the debug menu. Let's actually log this. Make replay UI part of the show during replay. Okay. Hello, Sir Bunkins. Nice to see you again. So yeah, you can seek through with the frames slider. And the cool thing is you can also change the playback speed. So you can make a slow motion. You can move to other cameras. You know, you can look at the details. You can also use plus and minus to zoom in and zoom out. Oh, nice jump. Look at that. Okay, press C to stop. I can't rewind. I just realized that I can't rewind. That might be useful. I wonder what happens if you rewind though. Okay, yeah, you can pause, of course, if you make it 0. You can analyze and move and yeah, have complete view of, yeah, the cool thing is that for the first time I can actually look closely at the particles, which I couldn't do that before. Yeah, I was just making sure that they work from just looking at them run. And now I can finally pause the particles. Yeah, and then you can play it. And of course, what I did last time is I added a helicopter camera. So you can, yeah, you can also press tab to hide the UI. And yeah, the tilde is right now the debug GUI. Anyway, so as you can see, you can press 1. You can stop it to make it continue, and I can now drive around. But yeah, if you press play, you can replay, and the helicopter camera will follow the car. Pretty cool. Also, you can zoom in and zoom out. right now there is no like focus. There's no randomness to the view, but maybe I should add it. Do you have the rate change of the engine in the replay, or is it just computed on the fly based on the velocity? The rate change. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I'm letting... So what this is, what's happening here is I'm simply, replaying everything with the physics engine. So it's actually really, really simple. I did this on not the previous stream, but the one before. So when you actually slow down, I'm just running the physics tick in a slower, in like a slower time, right? Because I'm basically scaling the time of the physics. So the velocity is still correct, right? But it is, since it's ticking at a different time, yeah, it is working surprisingly well. And I don't even need to change it, I think. But yeah, the velocity is... I do actually save velocity into the sort of the snapshots, the frame, if that's what you mean. So the physics engine doesn't know what the velocity of the car is at one given point, right? I know exactly where the position is, what the rotation is, and what the velocity of the car is at this moment. And then for the next moment, and if you slow it down enough, you can see where the physics frames are actually the physics frames, the rendering frames are slower than the physics, or is it the other way? No, the physics frames are slower than the rendering frames. So yeah, and it's starting to be frames are starting to drop because of all the particles. The particles are the only thing that are frame dependent, because I'm emitting like 3 particles per frame or something. So because they're per frame, per rendering frame, they're being emitted all the time. So yeah, if I just increase the time, there's gonna be less particles per meter, right? Because they're frame dependent. So that's the only thing I would need to fix for the future. But yeah, that's basically how it works. So the way it works right now is in the replay class here, I have the snapshot. So this snapshot is basically one frame of the replay, and it also I only save the position, rotation, velocity, and then I also saved some inputs. So these inputs are important for the engine simulation and for the sound, also for the output, so that I can see what the output is. So yeah, the inputs and also steering, so you can see the wheels turning, right? And then the engine velocity and the drive velocity. So the drive velocity is basically the speed of the wheels turning the drive shaft. That's what I mean by drive. And engine velocity is the velocity of the engine, or the RPM. So this is important for the sound, and also which gear I'm in, which is basically the input, and also because on the, you should hear the switching sounds. When you say you replay the physics, you mean you provide the same inputs, acceleration, brake, turn, and it's accurate. Yes, that's what I mean. I mean, I'm giving the physics, I'm overriding the position, rotation, and velocity every frame, every physics frame. So if I go into the tick, what's the name of it? Something tick. Oh, there was it. There it was. Whoops, I moved it. Do I have like physics? No, I don't. Why don't I have it? It's called callback something. My near callback, contact callback. Internal click. There it is. Physics tick. Okay. Let's make it have a physics, so I can find it. Okay. So yeah, in this tick, basically what I'm doing is, if I'm recording, for each physics tick, I save a snapshot, and then while I'm playing, what I'm doing is I'm simply going through the frames, but I set the here I just loop, and I set the velocity and position and rotation basically, and then I multiply it. I do multiply the velocity with a time scale actually, and then I set this, since I set this time scale as a step, as a time step, delta time sort of, then it will just work because every tick then is rescaled. So yeah, that's about how it sort of works. It took me surprising. I mean, you should rewatch the. I think I put it on YouTube a few days ago. So if you go to my YouTube, Nothke, then you will find the video where I'm implementing the replay system. Okay, so today, as you have noticed, by the way, if you probably noticed that no matter how far the camera is, the sound still sounds the same. And why is that? Well, that is because I simply have all the sound in game is 2D right now. So yeah, there is actually even collisions. So if you collide into something, you have, everything is always at the same volume, no matter the position. So if I replay, right, and I'm somewhere else, like I'm watching from here, maybe I should have ooh, nice jump, look at that, and then a crash. Okay. Yeah, this is fan cam. So yeah, you should not hear the car, behind the hill and stuff like that. So yeah, I should turn all the sounds into 3D. So that's what I'm going to do today, right? And Doppler, yes. And how am I going to do this? Well, here's the thing. I'm actually using, for my game engine, I'm using a SoLoud library. And SoLoud library actually already has an ability to play 3D sounds, and I think it also has Doppler. And the way how it works is that there's engine audio, and in this audio class, I am actually what am I doing? Play clip. What am I doing? No, I think that doesn't exist. Did they change it? Okay, so audio clip. Yes, I think I'm actually calling SoLoud directly. So let's see. I need to remember that there's, oh yes, update listener position. So there's an important thing that you have a listener position, which of course is my camera. Just like, in Unity you have audio listener attached to the main camera, right? So in my case, every frame I need to update the position of the listener, right? And I think you also need to set listener parameters. Is there velocity as well? Yes, there's also velocity because that's for Doppler, right? The engine needs to know what the velocity is. So in this case, I'm simply passing the camera, but that is not going to be correct because I'm using physics and I'm moving the camera. So yeah, I might actually need to use the SoLoud's own methods directly. Okay, and then what you have to do is you have to update 3D audio by SoulLoud. Okay. So right now, how I actually do this is that I create, I grab these clips, right? For example, gear squeak. No, let's take something else. Turbine. Turbine clip is the sound of the turbo. So the turbo clip is, what I do with it is I simply say, oh yeah, I create an audio source. So this audio source is sort of like my own wrapper for SoulLoud. So I create an audio source and I say, yeah, you should always loop it. But does the audio source actually has 3D position? This is what I'm wondering. Turbo clip, yeah, it becomes the audio, right? It becomes the audio. Come on. Do it again. Why doesn't it work? I need to go back. What? Okay, let's try something else. Engine. Let's go with the engine. Okay. So the engine becomes the engine source. Okay, and the engine source, I update the engine source every frame, right? And I set the pitch and the volume. That's how I do it. But now I need to remember how I'm doing it in my engine. Does the audio source, does it have actually a 3D position? It does. It does have a 3D position, but I don't, where am I actually moving it? Update, set looping, set relative, set source position. So I'm actually updating the position all the time. Interesting. Without even having it play. Okay, so let's try to set the position of these audio sources. So I need to make sure that all the audio sources, it would be cool to actually have it like a struct. Keep all these audio sources in the struct or something. Engine source, turbo source, gravel skid clip. Yeah, these are all positional sounds. Okay, so let's see where I'm actually changing the camera, where I'm actually setting the camera. Here I'm setting the camera. So that happens after everything. Probably the best thing is to do it right before drawing, right? That I should update 3D, update sound source positions. Okay. So I have the engine source. Let's set the position to car T. I think it's called the car T. No, it's not. Okay, maybe it's just called... where do I actually set the position? Cam target. Okay. Engine camera position. What is cam target? It's a game object. It is a game object. It is the cargo game object. Okay, so let's go back to where I am doing this. I'm going to call it cargo transform position. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this even works. So I'm not sure if the listener is actually getting updated every frame, but let's see. Okay, I pressed F1 instead of F5. Okay. So let's see if now I need to use my my headphones to be able to check. So yes, 3D sound. Let's also add Doppler, as you have mentioned. What happened? Something happened. Unable to start program. Unable to start. Am I running out of space or something? No, I have the whole 7 gigabytes of space. Okay, I wanted to say Doppler. I wanted to say also occlusion. I don't know if I'm going to have time for this. It would be great to also add, since I'm already adding this, but also audio effects, which I'm not sure how to actually create. Yes, reverb. Yes, part of that. So the occlusion. For occlusion, I mean like adding some low pass. Okay, so I can hear the engine. I can still hear the engine. So yes, absolutely nothing is happening to the sounds. Okay, I need to check if engine is going to be engine is actually updating the sound, right? Because I need to call this. Do I need to call this myself? Let's see. I had this engine audio dot updates listener position, right? Camera is camera, right? Engine's camera. There it is. But let's check. Let's actually check if I'm already doing it somewhere. So final references. Engine audio, that's in main CPP. HPS Jam. No, that's an old project. Anything else coming up? I'm wondering if the engine is already calling it, but no, I think it's not. So I do have to update it manually. Which is like a tiny optimization that I added for in case you just have a 2D game, right? Which is ridiculous. By ridiculous, I mean it's probably a completely unnoticeable optimization. So maybe I should just move that to the engine's update. Okay, let's see. I can hear the engine. Ah! It is changing. It is changing. It is far away. There we go. But wait, what a minute? What? What a minute? Wait a minute. So I'm moving the car around. Wait a minute. Why is the audio changing when I moved? The volume is changing when I move the camera, like just around like this. This is weird. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. Okay, and the sound disappears now. Okay, am I actually pushing some wrong data here? Set 3D listener position parameters. Okay, position X, position Y, position Z. What the hell is at X, at Y, at Z? A at X, A at Y? Hello, Temp Slothy. Sounds like the orientation of the listener is wrong. Yeah, but I wouldn't expect the orientation of the listener to even be relevant. Okay, let's see. Let's Google. Time to Google. Time to Google. Okay, so loud. So loud, set 3D listener parameters. I'm really just confused about this at X, at Y. What is at? And then there's an up. Oh, at is like a look at? A look at, but look at what? Yeah, because I did put forward. And then I have the up. The up vector is just 0, 1, 0. Okay. So let's see. You can set the position at vector, up vector. But what is the at vector? Is it the forward? At vector. Where was it? At dot. That's. You can set the position, at vector, up vector, and velocity parameters of the 3D audio listener with one call. The changes to these parameters are only evaluated when the update 3D audio function is called, which I do call. Not relevant even for the stereo. Oh! Stereo! I totally forgot about it. Oh, you know what? Well, you know what's the funny thing? Yeah, it completely didn't even cross my mind about stereo. You're completely right. I'm dumb. And you know what's the funny thing? I have my headphones on, but only on one ear. So, oh, whoops, sorry, that was me crashing the into the microphone. That's a must on the stream. I'm so dumb. I didn't even think about the stereo. I keep thinking into like this is how I would implement in like a super simple way something, right? So I'm just care about the attenuation. Who cares about the stereo? Okay, let me redo this with with me looking at. Yeah, now everything makes sense. Now everything makes sense. Still, probably the up vector needs to be okay. So let's see. Yeah, I need to make sure. One more thing is I need to make sure which headphone am I on. What the hell? My headphones don't even have letters in them. Which one is right and which one is left? Okay, I have to do like no, this is the funniest thing. Okay, I have to do this. Okay. I have to do this and then I have to check. There it is. Okay, I have the correct ears. So yes, the engine is correct. So I already have 3D sound, but the attenuation is completely wrong because it doesn't change at all. So yeah, the stereo works. Attenuation doesn't. I don't know if you go really far away. No, it doesn't. And what's up with the... Oh, the turbo sound, for some reason, is in the middle, where the snow particle tester is. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, because I'm not updating the sound. Okay, so let's do it with everything, right? Update listener position. For turbo source position, cargo transform position. Okay, let's grab this as a shortcut. Carpos. Do I have a carpos? I don't. Carpos, cargo, transform position. Okay, so I'm definitely going to change this later anyway, because the source positions are also like, I have transmission source position is Carpus, and what else do I have? Engine, turbo, gravel skid, and tarmac skid. Okay, good. So gravel skids, tarmac skid source. Okay, cool. So they should be all at the same position. Let's put that in a scope just in case. Update listener position. Not real. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this looks like. And I have to remember how attenuation works. Attenuation. Do I have 3D? Aha, 3D set sound speed. There is speed of the sound. Yep, sounds good. It's coming from the left and right, but it's not attenuating. So everything is right. Nice. Okay, what about attenuation? Update 3D audio. For 3D, no positional effects occur unless the function is called periodically. What does periodically means? Is it every frame or not every frame? Okay. Play 3D is the 3D version of play call. Okay, so you need to do a special play 3D thing. Instead of panning like with the 2D position, the 3D version requires 3D position and optional velocity vector. Like it's 2D position, so it tries to launch the sound as soon as possible, which means the start of the next audio buffer. And Play 3D can also add the distance delay to the sound if enabled. Oh, there's even distance delay. Is it just a simple, stupid distance delay? I guess. Clocked. You can clock it. Instead of panning like with the 2D version, the 3D version requires 3D position and optional velocity vector. 3D clocked. Can also add a distance delay. What the hell is 3D clocked? I don't know. Play clocked. Okay, this is something different. Maybe that's when you have to have the exact beats, like for a music game or something. Set 3D sound speed. So you can set the speed of a sound. You can set and get the current value of the speed of sound. Okay. Sound, that's the speed of sound. To calculate Doppler effects in addition to the distance delay. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. It doesn't have it has no knowledge of the scale of your coordinates. Right. So that's the thing. If the world coordinate are meters, 1 unit is 1 meter, then it's the same thing. Then it's the default value. Yeah. Set 3D listener parameters. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Listener positions. Listener at. Okay. Listener up. These are individual. Set 3D source parameters. This is what I need. You can set the position and velocity parameters. with one call using the set 3D position. Okay. So I'm doing this every frame. No, I'm doing this. But the problem is that they're not attenuating. So why is that? Min-max distance. You can set the minimum and maximum distance parameters of a live 3D audio source with 3D min-max distance. Ah, there it is. Set 3D sound source attenuation. You can change the attenuation model and roll-off factor parameters of a live 3D audio source with set 3D attenuation. Okay. So, there we go. I have an unsigned int of the attenuation model. Interesting. I need the voice handle. See audio source set 3D attenuation below for a list of attenuation models. Okay. The changes to these parameters are only evaluated when the update 3D audio function is called. Okay. Aha, you can also set the Doppler factor. Okay, so audio source set 3D attenuation. Audio source, there it is. Okay, so attenuation. Set attenuator. Aha, you can set your own as well. Ah, there it is. Set the attenuation model and roll-off factor with set 3D attenuation. No attenuation, that's the default, right? Or no attenuation and 1, the default values. Okay, inverse distance. Inverse distance attenuation model. So is this a linear distance or is this a square distance? Linear distance attenuation model. Exponential distance. I guess exponential is the one that is realistic. I'm not sure. Because it should be inverse square. Okay, so let's see. So I guess this is 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Who knows? Okay, set 3D attenuation. So do I have to do this every frame or do I do it only at the beginning? That's the question. Engine source. Attenuation, no there's not. Handle. Yeah, I can't do that. I need to reference the engine solout. Set 3D source attenuation. Let's see. Voice handle is my engine source clip. No, not clip. The handle dot But does it actually exist yet? Just an EU32. Okay, maybe I need to put the attenuation in here. Yeah, I now remember that I've actually changed the way how the audio sources work by creating the handle once you play it. Yeah, I remember I had some crashes there, and then I changed it to work like like I would find it more logical. Like the audio source is a thing that creates the handle once you play it. So I should probably add this to the engine. But you know what? Before I do this, I want to actually create a debug build. Because I'm changing the engine, it's going to take forever. So yeah, let's try something like Where am I actually playing? I'm playing the engine afterwards, right? So, okay, for now, I only want to check if okay, let's see. Let's see if it's going to work here. For the beginning. Okay, set audio source attenuation. Engine source handle. So I'm sure that the handle exists here. That's the thing. And then after this handle, I want to say attenuation model. Whoops. Attenuation model is 3, I guess. 0, 1, 2, 3. And the roll-off factor 1, I guess. Is there a so loud attenuation? No attenuation. No, there's no. So loud. No attenuation. Are there any macros for this? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Maybe the source is going to tell me something. Attenuation model. No, it doesn't tell me anything. Are there any definitions here? Flags. Waveform. Resampler. No, there are no flags. Okay. So, let's just go with 3, I guess. Oh no, it's the factor. It starts at 1, I think. It says no attenuation and 1. Yeah, I know. This is what confuses me. What does it mean? The default or no attenuation. And 1. Oh, you mean the 1 is the factor. Yeah. That's what I mean by and 1. It's such a weird way to write it. Isn't it? Attenuation model, roll-off factor, and then it says the default values are no attenuation and 1. Yeah, I thought I was thinking about do they mean like no attenuation is 1, so it starts from 1, or yeah, it's just a bit confusing. But anyway, yes, I think that it is no attenuation by default. So let's try this. Let's try it and see if it crashes, because I think at this point the handle must exist. There is a moment. Yeah, well, oh, it was actually really quick because it didn't change the engine at all. Yeah, it is the debug mode. As you can see here in the corner. Sorry. In the corner of the screen it says debug, so that's the debug build. Okay, let's see. Aha, you can hear that there's no engine. No engine at all. And you can hear the engine inside. So, yes, the attenuation works. That's cool. You can hear it. I think it's probably because it's a 1. You know, the strength, the power is 1, which means that the volume is 1 at 1 meter, right? That's how exponential should work, at least. So it's like volume is 1 somewhere here. And then as you get closer, it's not getting louder, right? That's how attenuation works. So yeah, I think this is good, except that I need to make it more powerful. If the factor is... Okay, let's make the factor 10, right? What does that mean? Does that mean that I'm scaling the whole curve? Does that mean that it's going to be like 10 times more powerful? Let's see. Or does that mean... Well, I don't think it's more powerful. Yeah. I think it's actually the opposite. Yeah. This is much sharper. the attenuation. It's still at 1, I think. But I think I think actually this is the power, and not. This is the power, right? And not the multiplier. That's what I want to say. So if I go to, let's plot this, just so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the classic inverse square, right? It's 1 by x squared. Is there how do I do the square? No. How do I yes, I can do this. Yes, there it is. So this is the classic inverse square formula, right? What this means is that at 1, which is here, 1 1, right? So let's say that this is the distance. This is the distance and this is the volume. So the vertical is the volume, this is the distance. And this is how most of the sounds, this is how the sound spreads in the real life. Well, if it's idealized conditions, right? Let's say that there's no wind at all or pressure changes. Why am I getting... I'm constantly being disconnected from chat for some reason. Okay, anyway. So, but in real life, I mean, in the game, what is actually happening is that the volume can't be over 1. So, what's actually happening is this is happening, right? It's a minimum between 1 and inverse square. So yeah, the top is actually clipped. So that is why when you're going close to the car, it gets clipped. But the thing is that what the factor is in this case is just increasing the power. So if I make the power 10, you can see that the curve is a much sharper, and that is why you can hear the sound really loud in the region of one velocity, right? But and then it's very quickly becomes 0 or very inaudible. There's actually a threshold to that, right? So, oh yeah, not this one. No, I need to do this one. So, okay, let's stop the car. Nothing here. Nothing here, right? You can't hear anything. I'm coming closer. There it is, you can hear it. Even, and now it's like within this range, within the 1 range. So yeah, you can hear it really loud, but it's not like over 1, right? It's clipped to 1. So that's what I was trying to say. Okay. So the thing is that I don't want to actually change the factor, right? The factor is fine. Is it? Okay, what is actually 1? Factor of 1. Yeah, factor of 1. Is factor of 1 just means x? Or should a factor be, I guess its factor should be inverse square. Or if it says attenuation, inverse distance attenuation model. See the 3D audio concepts chapter from the meaning of models and the roll-off. There we go. Okay, yeah, I should have. So the audio source, the audio clip, no, sorry, the 3D sound page was redirecting me here to the audio source. And now this is redirecting me to another page, and it's not even providing me a link. So I need to find it myself. 3D audio concepts. There it is. Custom. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Inverse distance. So inverse distance is actually is actually the inverse square, I think. There it is. Distance is clamp. Okay, you clamp between minimum and maximum. There's the minimum and maximum. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Result is distance divided by... this is like... I see, yeah. Yeah, it takes the minimum distance. I guess by default, the minimum distance is 0. No, that wouldn't make any sense. So, 1 is probably the minimum distance. Interesting. So there it tells me what the chart is. The higher the roll factor, the more steeply the volume drops. At a low enough roll factor, the volume never drops near 0. Values over 1 recommended, unless you have special needs. Values less than or equal to 0 result in undefined behavior. Nice. Inverse distance, varying minimum distance. I see. I see. So it's the minimum distance that I actually need. So this is very similar to Unity. Unity is basically like the power is the minimum distance, which people don't actually understand. Inverse distance varying max distance. Yeah, so max distance will actually clamp the volume, which is interesting. It will clamp to some minimum. Simply cuts the attenuation at the moment. You know, this is actually quite useful for speech, for example. Games do this. A lot of games do this. So, like, you know, imagine if like you have another player or an NPC that's shouting at you, right? You don't want or telling you some dialogue, right? You do want to make him not, you know, his voice should diminish by distance, but you never want to not hear him, right? Or them, you know. So you kind of want to clamp this to a maximum distance, to some minimum volume, so that you can hear the person even when they're far away. Okay, let's see. Linear distance. Yeah, linear distance makes sense. It's simply between minimum and maximum. Minimum distance, maximum distance. Okay, exponential. There we go. So, if the exponential distance is... Okay, if it's 0 to... it is using the power of distance by minimum distance. I see. The higher the volume factor, the more stable the volume. That's the same text. Values over 1 recommended unless you have special less than equal. Really weird behavior. Okay. Not undefined behavior here. It's just really weird behavior. So which is better? Undefined behavior or really weird behavior? And there's the Doppler. The maximum distance simply cuts the attenuation at the volume level it has reached at that point. Yeah. Minimum distance must be above 0 for it to work. Yeah, that makes sense. For it to work at all, it needs to be... So yeah, varying minimum distance. So if I rescale this, right? If I say... So how do I actually do the inverse square? Is the roll-up factor... yeah, the roll-up factor is the exponent. Does this have a power? Power? No. Power? No. You need to do the... I guess you need to just do a simply... okay. So let's say 1 by x, but the entire thing is actually powered. So it is slightly different, right? If I say... Is there any actually difference? There should be. There we go. So yeah, if I make this on 2, it is actually the same. So yes, this is what I wanted, and this is correct. So this is distance, right? When I vary the distance, let's call it D, right? And then I can make a slider. So if I vary the distance, this is what is happening, right? Yeah, I'm actually moving off the... Yeah, so this is like basically meaning if I make it 2, right? Then at 2 meters, it's going to be... Yeah, so this is literally the power of the sound. The stronger the sound is, more the further it is going to be heard. And yeah, so that is the distance. What? And not the minimum distance. Okay, actually I'm confused. Why is it not minimum distance divided by distance? Interesting. So yeah, this one is not using the power. Okay. Huh. So the distance factor should actually be X, no? So that doesn't make any sense. Are they wrong about this? I wonder if this is actually showing the wrong thing. Because to me it would make sense that this is D and this is X and not the other way around. Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't roll off like this. Oh, look at that. Minus roll off. I didn't notice the minus. So this is actually minus. Okay, now it makes sense. Well, this is kind of weird. Okay, why do you do the minus? Why do you do the minus when you could just flip these two around? Okay, so it still makes sense. It still is exactly what I want. But yes, since it should be a inverse square, this should be the roll-off factor should be 2 by default, I guess. But if it is 1, this is what happens. If it is 3, this is what happens, right? So yeah, anyway, yes. Let's make the roll-off factor 2. We finally understood what's happening. Okay, and I would really love to move this into the audio source itself. And yeah, about the distance. Set 3D min distance, min max distance. I see. So maximum distance by default, is it infinite or something? What's the maximum distance default? Maximum distance. Max. Maximum distance is not even speaker output. Interesting. Does it actually implement this? Interesting. Okay. Anyway, let's not... for the exhaust pop. Yeah. For the exhaust pop, you mean the like a directional sound? Speakers are defined, but I don't understand. Shouldn't you like define then a direction or something? Speakers defined as 3D vectors. Maybe this is simply for... I think this is just how... Is this how like stereo is actually implemented? Aha. Speaker play at maximum volume, while sounds that come from exact opposite direction play at 0 volume. Yes, it is. Yeah. I see. Yeah, so I get the plot now. I get the plot now. So yeah, this is the 0. This is the position of the listener, and this is 1. So this is the maximum speed. So if the sound is exactly on the right side, like let's say that this is the speaker is looking towards there, right? And then the sound is here, then it's going to be 1 at while you're looking at while your ear is looking at the right. So when your ear is directly focused on the sound, then it's 1. And for the forward sound, I guess if you take this 0, it's going to be like 0.5, right? So if the sound is directly in front of you, then you will hear on both ears, you will hear the exact like 0.5 volume, right? Half of the maximum. So yeah, this is basically like a super simple dot. And then on the other side, there is like a reduction until it goes to 0, which there is actually I think I remember in Unity there is a parameter that is called spread, which basically changes this. So when you modify the spread, then you hear on both ears, like it's not that when you're focused, when you're directly looking on one ear, right? On one, it doesn't make any sense what I'm talking about. I'm saying about looking through ears. When your ear is facing the sound, exactly, right? Is it facing or is it earing? It's facing, I guess. It's facing the sound. Then on the other side, you don't hear anything. But with this spread parameter, you can actually make it, basically modify this into, lerp it a bit so that it's kind of like, imagine if this is one extreme, this shape, and the other extreme is the circle. And so you kind of like lerp between this shape and the circle, basically. So that's what spread does. And it does help a lot sometimes. I usually keep it somewhere in between so that you can still hear on the left ear. We're in the water. 3D sound speeds. I see. Okay, so let's put the min-max distance of the engine source handle. What is it? Tell me. Minimum distance, maximum distance. What if I just say maximum distance or something super high? And minimum distance is going to be 5. Okay, let's do that. So, in an environment with a lot of echoes, you would want to be closer to the ellipse. that the nenufar shape. What's the nenufar? Nenufar. Am I going to get some sexual imagery? Oh, you mean this? Yes. Nenufar. I never heard of this word, nenufar. I would just call it lilies. The lily shape. Shape. The funny thing is I can now hear music only on one side. It might be a French word. Yeah. I also heard the they call it the cardioid because it's like is that the same shape? I'm not sure exactly. Cardioids shape, which is like heart shape. Yeah, there it is. A cardioid, yes. I think that's the name of this shape. Because it's a heart-shaped shape. Yeah, there it is. The cardioid. That's the one. Yeah, and this is how it's formed, which is exactly how, you know, how the dot thing works. Well, actually, it's not correct. It's not how the dot thing works. This is yeah, because the circle is moving around. So it is slightly different than the just going around with a dot. Because it speeds up and slows down, right? It slows down, it speeds up here and then slows down here. But it's almost similar. So let's just call it cardioids. Maybe there's a special Ooh, cardioid formed by light on a dial. Nice. Okay, is there something similar? Nephroids. What's a nephroid? Oh, it's a double cardioid. Nice. What's a limaçon? Huh. Ah, interesting. It's like it's a cardioid where the source starts at an inner point, so it doesn't return to the same position. There we go. We have different. Oh, it even if it's outside of the circle, then it even goes. That makes a loop. Nice, but yeah, cool. Okay. Anyway, nice to learn about the nenufars. Okay, so let's try this. Polar coordinates. Blind spot in your ear. Yeah, a blind spot. A negative volume spot. Okay, let's see. So, does it make sense? I can hear it. I can hear the engine from further. Yeah, definitely. I think the exponent is too much. No. So maybe I should have left it at 1. Because I can't hear anything. So this is definitely... So 5 is definitely the maximum. 5 meters, right? And then it disappears. Very quickly. So maybe I should keep it at 1. Okay, but what happens if I just set the volume? What if I set the volume to Oh yeah, well, I can't set the volume because I am overriding it. Okay. So actually, I am not sure. If I set the distance, yeah, if I set the distance to 5, right, then it should be, yeah, I should be able to hear it from a long distance, right? 14 meters away, 15 meters away, which is not the case. It feels like it falls off really quickly. I still need to clamp it. So this is why I'm a bit confused. Hmm. Okay, let's put it to somewhere higher. And am I actually... Wait, what happens with the maximum distance? No, the maximum distance is just clamping, right? Yeah, maximum distance is simply clamping. In all variants... Oh no, in the linear distance it is actually used as what you're interpolating to. Okay, it is... Yeah, it is actually falling off. It's actually quieter when you look back. Then it definitely is louder in front than the back. Interesting. Doesn't my nanofar say that the front and the back are equal? Yeah. Anyway. The sound attenuation does work. Okay, so what happens? What happens if I multiply? If I say engine audio... No, wait. What if I say engine source volume by equals 10? Is it going to like... is it going to clamp the volume? Or is it going to... or is it going to explode my ears? Let's see. I hope you can hear the sounds, by the way. Yes, I'm working on the sounds, but I didn't even check if you can hear it. No, actually it doesn't change anything. Yeah, I think the volume is always clamped. Wait, what? Oh, Are the sounds inverted in space? What? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. Wait, let me record. No, those feel like they're coming from the right spot. Is my direction vector inverted or something? This is weird. Because when I look through this camera, right? Why do I hear it on the left speaker? I don't know. So from inboard, it sounds good. From orbit camera, it sounds good. So I'm just going to assume that it's just the weirdness of the smooth following. Okay. Log 10. I can hear it a little bit. A little bit. Log 10. Do you think that the exponential is actually... No, but no, it's not. It's power. It's power. I am confused about the inverse distance one, though. Does not need to be represented in the 3D world. Any audio source can be 3D. However, true 3D position only makes sense for mono audio sources. Adjust the positions and velocities of your audio sources and listen with the set 3D source. Set 3D listeners calls and call updates 3D audio. Custom colliders. Colliders? What are colliders? If you have a river and want the water flow ambience to play when the player is near the water, you can either have a bunch of audio sources along the river, wasting a lot of voices, or you could have one audio source with a custom collider that checks if the player is near the river and adjusts volume accordingly. Custom colliders are created by extending the audio collider class, which has one function collide, returns the calculated volume level. Is made, you can set the collider in the audio source. I see. So it's kind of like, instead of having one point as a interesting, the same value provided by the volume. Okay, so I guess if you have like a linear source of some sorts, you can have that's what the collider is made from the update is calculated, and it's possible to update the positions from inside a collide function. I see. Yeah, and then there's attenuation. So yeah, if it is an exponential, no, but it is not exponential. It is actually, this is the factor. But it's not like multiplied by 2. This is what is strange to me. So it clamps the distance as well. Yeah, that shouldn't, that's okay actually. So I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I'm doing the right thing. But let's apply it to all the sounds. So yeah, here's what I want to do. Okay. First off, I want to commit this. And I want to just say that I've the first 3D audio implementation. But then I want to move this into my nice audio source class, which means that I need to rebuild the engine, and that is why I want to make it in a separate commit. Okay. So this is one thing, and the audio source is going to have a min distance value as well. So let's add a float min distance this. Build number CPP. Okay, and streams. Audio sources now 3D. Engine audio now 3D. Initial. Let's do that. Stupid name, but okay. So I have now a minimum distance, and I'm going to use it to. I also have the velocity, which I'm passing here. So I should have a velocity as well. Velocity. It's going to be defaulting to 0. So let's do velocity x yz for now, right? And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to set 3D parameters, but I do need to have some kind of is it the 3D or not the 3D? Or should I not have that? I'm not sure. Okay, so for the beginning, let's see. Let's copy this. Does it say that what's the default maximum distance? Does it say anywhere? Distance is less than minimum means max volume. Does anything say about... The changes is evaluated, yes. Max distance. Does anything say what the default is? What about a audio source? Default values are 1 and a million. Okay, this is funny because I also made it a million. No, this is 100,000. Let's do a million. Is this a million? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Funny enough. Okay. So let's. Oh yeah, I'm already there. So yeah, I'm going to say so loud play. No, wait. So loud. Set 3D source. Min max distance. This thing. And I'm gonna use the handle. And then I'm going to set the min distance. And 1 million. 10 million or is it 1 million? It is 10 million. Okay, let's do 1 million. And the attenuation, I'm going to set it to 3, which is the mode, and the roller factor. Yeah. I think that's going to be fine. So I don't have to do any of the other like this. So what about the music? Let's check. Music while driving. Music. Intro music. It is an audio source. So I do need to have some kind of a flag or something. That would be great. If I would set the minimum distance. What if I set the minimum distance to 0 or something? Then it's going to be a 2D sound. Yeah, let's do something like that. I'm gonna check if min distance is more than 0, and then I'm gonna do this. If it is less, it's going to be a 2D sound. So basically, what I can do is I can say music min distance is 0. That's not very, that's not very user friendly. To say it to that min distance is 0. How are other users going to know that? That this means this is a 3D sound. This is a 2D sound. Okay, but for now, let's do it like that. So all of the sounds should now be 3D, hopefully. Okay, I can again hear the intro in the left ear. Okay, the sounds. Yeah, there is something wrong with the sounds. Interesting that the gear sounds are not actually switching. They're not 3D, they're 2D sounds. But everything else is 3D. So yeah, this is good, but I need to set the engine source. I need to set these. Where am I actually creating them? I do need to set the minimum distance to them. Okay, so engine source min distance is let's do 10. Turbo source. Let's change it up a bit. Gravel skid source. I'm gonna make this a 5 meter. And tarmac skids, yeah, 5. It's more on the left when you go in the normal direction than when you come back in more in the right. Yes, I that's what I noticed as well, but I'm not sure exactly why. I'm not sure why. Is it the direction of the camera or something? I have an idea. I have an idea what it could be. Okay. Let's make the engine sound more pronounced than everything else. So let's go with 20. Turbo source should probably be lower. Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking about. I think that, so in OpenGL, the camera forward is actually -Z. And I think the listener is actually oriented towards the back. You see here, when I'm driving diagonally, the audio is on the right, and now the audio is on the left. So it's almost as if I'm looking the other way, right? As if like... But yeah, why does it work in this view and not in the... That's the funny thing. Inboard as well. You can hear the sound moving around. Okay. So yeah, the engine sound disappears and appears, and you can hear the engine from far away, which is good. Okay, let's see how this looks like on a replay. Okay, I'm gonna play the replay, but I'm gonna stand somewhere far away, and let's see how it looks like when the car passes by. That actually sounds really good, but the annoying thing is that the volume is never going above. Like, it should be a lot louder when when the camera is next to the car. And not just strangely clipped. Still feels too fast. Yeah, let's make all the other sounds as well. So how does shifting sound work? I have this play somewhere for the shifter. How do you say shift up? When I shift gear, I set the gear. Set gear, engine audio, try play. So I have this try play thingy. And whoops, no, I didn't want that. I didn't want to start. I wanted to do a refresh here. Yeah, so basically I'm trying to play a WAV here, but I do also want to set a 3D position of it. So maybe I should have an overload to do that as well. Let's add that. Try play. Is it a try play? It's a try play. It's just. Wait, do I have an overload for try play already? No, I don't. But audio clip is a pointer here. Ah, yes, I have a pointer because it can be null. Totally forgot about that one. Or should I just add optionals here? Yeah, let's add optionals. Let's be lazy. Okay, so I'm gonna add a position. No, let's do another function. Try play, audio clip pointer, and then I'm gonna have a position. What else do I need? I need a min distance. Is that it? So I'm gonna check if it is not null. I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna grab a handle as well. Is it a reference? Or is it... it's not a reference. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with so loud set min max, which is going to be handle. Minimum distance is min distance. Max distance is 1 million. And I'm going to set the list, attenuation, handle 3, and roll-off factor. I guess this. Okay, so, oh, but I do need the, do I have a position on my car here? I can't remember. So let's try with car. Do I have position somewhere? No, I don't. Step simulation. Get velocity. Okay, I have a physical car. I have a physical car. Is there position mentioned anywhere here? Position. Front lights position. Rear lights position. Okay, let's go with P car. No. Front lights position. Okay. Where am I actually including this? I'm including it here, so I must know the position of the car somewhere. It would be really funny if I don't. I think I can always go for the game. P car. Get interpolated position. Is that an interpolated position? Let's try this. Is it a... It's a BT vector. So... I need to convert it. And minimum distance, 10 meters. I don't know. Okay. Let me save this. This is gonna be GLM vector 3. And then I can copy the same thing into here. And also setting velocity. Yeah. I do need to set velocity to the car's velocity. Okay. Nope. Gears are definitely not 3D sounds. Why is that? Why is that? What am I missing? Am I missing to update something? Okay. Didn't add audio. Okay, so I am setting the position of the sources, right, and updating the listener position. Minimum distance. Try play. I set the handle and everything. Oh, do I need to play 3D? Oh, shit. Yes, I need to play 3D. I completely forgot about that. Play 3D. But then it does have some... Oh, right. Well, I'm not even setting the position. Position X, position Y, position Z. Velocity. Yeah, I need to set the velocity as well. There's also velocity, volume parameter. Okay, let's do it like this. Velocity. Yeah, I'm gonna add velocity here as well. Z, Y. Volume 1, I guess. Paused false. Okay, everything else should be default. Okay. Yes. Completely forgot to set it to be 3D. Oh, right. No, that's not gonna work because I need to add. Stop building because I have not set this thing. I didn't add velocity, which, well, in this case, let's just make it 0. Oh, wait. I do have velocity of the car somewhere. Velocity, there it is. Which you also need to convert. Oh, stop building. What is this? Build, abort. Oh yeah, okay, it aborted. Yeah, let's go with BT vector 3 velocity, and I'm gonna say NTK convert from velocity like this. So that I can pass it here and here. Actually, I meant this. Okay. This should hopefully work. So now I even have a one-time sounds as 3D sounds, hopefully. Okay, yeah, there it is. I don't hear it. Yeah, I can hear the gear changes. But not from the distance. Perfect, okay. So there are some other sounds, like collision sounds, that also need to be... Yeah. Cool, okay. So, okay, let's say that I've done 3D sound, But I also need to add one-time 3D sounds. Okay, so I have to finish the collision. Let's see. Collision sound. No, collision. Collision sound. Mesh hit collider. User data. How do I even call these sounds? I've completely forgotten this. Collider, collision sounds. Sound. Contact collision response. Time of impact. There's something. Ah, there it is. There it is. Engine audio try play, and then I play one of these from an index. So I can just add position here, which is actually this spawn collision particle. Collision particle. Okay, so let's move that into a vec3. Colpos, something like that. And that's this. Then I can do a, this is going to be a colpos. Missing one parenthesis. And we're going to have that, and we're going to have near 0 for the velocity. Minimum distance, well, minimum distance depends on the impulse. Applied impulse. Yeah, maybe I should do applied impulse, but let's rescale it to 0, 1 or something, so that it's not. So if it is slightly, if it's a slight impact, it's going to be like 5 meters away. Yeah, probably I should lower this value even more. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I made crash sounds 3D. I think I did. Yeah, I can barely hear it. So I think this is good. I think everything is working now. Okay, we'll tweak the values later. Okay, now let's make Doppler work. So let me say that I've finished the 1 times 3D sounds. So let's go with Doppler. So basically, if I want to make the Doppler work, the most important thing that I need to do is I need to also set no, I didn't have sound. What was the name of it? Audio. Yeah. I need to also update velocity. Huh. There's no such thing as the velocity. Ah, yes. Well, of course. Camera forward. Yeah, I think my forward is actually wrong. Let's try to invert. Yeah, let's try to invert the forwards. Note, forward is actually minus Z. So is this the correct forward or not? That is the question. It could actually be using OpenGL convention. So let's try to flip it around. Okay, and one more thing. Ah, but you know what? Left and right is correct, unless my... So I think it is actually true. I'm not sure what the thing with the weird flipping sounds inside is happening. Okay, anyway. But here's the thing. I can also pass velocity, which right now... So, how do I calculate the velocity of the camera? The thing is that I can pass a... I can make it like have the difference between the last position and the new position or something like that. I don't know. Let's try this. Let's add a vec3. Oh, it doesn't even exist. Cool. GLM has no member V. Okay, no, I think it does exist. So let's go with last camera position or something like that. So now, this is a super dirty way to do this, but I am gonna do it like this. I'm gonna say new position is... No, wait. I'm gonna say velocity is camera position minus last camera position. And then I'm gonna calculate the new... I'm gonna override camera position as velocity. Camera position. So yeah, let's see if this works. But also, I need to make sure that velocity is velocity x, velocity y, velocity z. That's it. And do I have velocities of sources? That's the thing. No. Okay, let's set velocity of these. Okay, so this is interpolated velocity, right? and it returns a BT vector. Is it game car? No, I think it is actually car. Initial value of reference to non-const. Ah. Okay. So velocity is gonna be car velo, and then I should set this to everything. And hopefully I am using these velocities, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I do, when I'm playing them. It is a BT vector, but it does take, okay, so I need to convert from, yeah, perfect. Let's see how terrible Doppler is. Oh, the sound is Dopplerized. I heard that. So no Dopplerization, which is unfortunate. Not that I can notice. Okay, let's try this. Ah, you know what? I just realized something. Okay, so is there any Doppler? No, but here's the thing. To get the velocity of a difference, I do need to divide it by delta time, which I completely forgot about. So yeah, camera does not have velocity or anything, unfortunately. So yeah. So the difference between the last position and if it is very small, then the time step is going to be very small. Yeah, so I need to divide it by engine. Do I have a reference to the engine? I do have delta time. Okay, hopefully this is going to be amazingly choppy and terrible. Engine undeclared. Great, cool. So I can't. Why does it not break? Cancel. Okay. Yeah, so I need to somehow grab my engine delta time. Okay, so for now, just for now, I'm gonna have a delta time here. Okay. And before I do this, I have to do something. Okay, let's do a this thing just in case. And I need to reference this. I need to pass navigating to definition. Oh my god, why does it take so long? And it's actually here. I didn't want a reference to the... Okay. So I need to set... Okay, for now, I'm gonna be super lazy. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna simply take the delta time here. Or should I pass it to the function? Okay, so instead of engine delta time, I'm gonna just use the inboard delta time. Ah, there it is. You can hear the Doppler. Super wanky. Nice. Okay, let's record a little run. Cool. Okay, let's replay. Well, I didn't really hear that. Let's see. I can't tell if Doppler is... Oh, wait, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's a wrong... Okay, so it actually, as I was going towards it, What? I think the velocities are completely wrong. But I'm not sure if the velocity is, it's only the x, is it the whole thing? Okay, let's try this. Let's try flipping the whole thing. Okay. Okay, I can't tell still, but the Doppler is definitely working when I'm going towards. Like with the camera. But when the car is going past, I don't really hear the difference. So I'm not sure if it works or not. Okay, if I'm traveling with the car, maybe I need to flip the velocities of everything else as well. But no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's flip the velocity here. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I think the sounds are actually behaving as if. Stop playing. Yeah, I can't actually tell. If I'm moving the camera, the Doppler works. But I don't think it works. Yeah, I should hear the difference when I pass by the car. Which does happen. Yeah, can I actually increase the Doppler factor just so I can hear the difference? Let's see. Where do I do this? Okay. Engine audio so loud. Doppler. Set 3D source Doppler factor. Okay, let's. Oh no. How do I set the listener? Set listener velocity. Okay, let's increase this by... No, it's not that. It's not that. Actually, I need to set... Yeah, let's do the set Doppler factor. Set source Doppler factor. I'm gonna set of the engine source. Let's do it only the engine source. And I'm gonna set it to 10. So hopefully that's going to produce some difference that I can hear. Yeah, I think this is bad. So here's the thing. The sound is actually behaving as if it's static. If I just stand next to the road, there's no difference, but there should be difference. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure why velocity is not being applied. You know why? Because I'm not actually setting velocity at each frame. This is where it should be. Yes. So loud, set 3D source parameters. Velocity X, velocity Y, velocity Z. That's it. There we go. It's not Dopplering, which is correct. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, here we go. Now that's Doppler. That's what I call Doppler. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Except that I should remove the factor. Yeah, I should not modify the source factor. There we go. You can clearly see hear the Doppler now. Let's see that high speed somewhere here. Yep, very clearly Dopplerizing. Cool. So the question is, should I actually have Doppler in the camera? Yeah, I'll see about that. Doppler. Okay, let's say that I've done Doppler. Okay, so it is 15 to 3, which is past my bedtime. I'm thinking if I should stop here and then figure out the rest of the stuff tomorrow. Definitely going to stream tomorrow before the protest. The protest is at 6. So yeah. Audio effects. Let's add some audio effects. For the end, what I want to do is I want to build a release version. And let's try it in a real setting, on a real track. Not on a little small track. And then occlusion, I can do that with raycasting. I can do that tomorrow as well. Make replay UI show during replay. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that because that's just moving the function a bit. Okay, Doppler effects. Listener and source velocities. Okay. And then after that, what I'm going to do is, yeah, which is, yeah, let's do the UI show during replay. So in my main, there's the game starting. Yeah, the intro is being Dopplerized as well, which is not great. Cool, okay. Let's test it later. First, I want to add, yeah. So, replay GUI, there it is. So I say if show replay window is true, but that is part of the dev GUI, which I don't want it to be part of the dev GUI. Let's move the whole thing down into the HUD instead. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have this and it is going to be displayed. Why do I even have this show replay window? Ah, because it's a collapsing. It's a collapse. Which I should not mix here. This is a collapse, no? P open. Ah, no, this is not the P open. This is not collapsing. This is the actually hiding. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to make this only display when game replay is playing. No, playing. Yeah, like this. And hopefully that will make it show only during playing. Okay, replay. There it is. Once you start the replay, shows up. If you stop, it hides. Cool, nice. Okay. Okay. And for the end, let's make it done. For the end, let's try it in a real world setting. And that's going to be it. Then I'm gonna go sleep. Completely wrong positioning. For some reason. Yeah, I think this camera forward is totally bad. It's possible that the camera direction is actually not being updated because I'm overriding the matrix, the lookout matrix of the camera. That's probably it. Okay, let's repeat. Okay, let's hear this Doppler. Nice. Okay, let's wait for the car here. Nice. So cool. Got the sound working. Let's see that again. The gear sounds are really weird. Not sure why. It's like they're trying to play at full volume and then the next frame they get cancelled. Nice Doppler and nice jump as well. Nice Doppler. Cool. So there we go. Now the next thing is to make a occlusion so that you don't hear it through the forests. Nice. How is it from the helicopter? Not bad. Yeah, but I think there's something wrong going on with the forward of the camera. There's something wrong happening with the forward of the camera in the smooth follow thing. Yes, I think this is it. I'm updating the matrices directly, which does not actually calculate the forward. Compute access from view matrix. I think that I need to run compute access. Okay, let's do this. Compute access from view matrix. Which is not happening automatically, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see if this actually fixes my little problem. Yep, I'm pretty sure that was the problem. Yeah. So yeah, basically what was happening is that my forward vector was being fixed. Yep. The sound is coming from the center now. Cool. Okay, that's nice replay system. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I fixed the Doppler. The only thing that's annoying me is that sound of the gear squeaks. It's like for one frame. Oh yeah, the onboard forward also needs to be fixed. So yeah, if you hear from here, you can hear the gear changes popping. And that shouldn't be the case. So why are they exactly popping? I am not sure. Try play. So here is where I define a position and velocity, and I say it should be 10 fall off. And in try play, I play in 3D with the corresponding velocity. Should I flip the velocities around? Just as I did here? Maybe. I think it might be this, that this is the problem. Or maybe I should pause it first and then play it. Okay, let's try with inverted velocities. Play 3D as sound. Set pause state. Maybe I should pause it. I mean unpause it. Yeah, I think I've fixed it. I think I fixed the velocity thing, but I haven't still fixed it. It still pops from the distance. So maybe I should start it paused like this. Volume. Volume is 1. Paused is true. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna unpause. And I say false. I wonder if this is going to work. So basically I need to set the source min-max distance attenuation before I play the sound. So I think that that's the problem, but I might be wrong. Maybe because it's running in a separate thread, right? So it's like this gets called and then there is some space in between for the audio to run. Nope, I still haven't fixed it. Still suffers from the same problem. Okay. So even if you're far away, you can still hear the weird squeaks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's the problem. How does it actually work with my other sounds? Oh yeah, it does work because I'm playing it here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there any overloads here? No, there are not. So yes, it is a bit confusing. Play index, oscillate relative play speeds. Yeah, I'm going to try this some other time. Tomorrow, probably. Okay, so that's it. That's it when it comes to the game. Today's stream. So here's my last run. Oh, really bad. Oh. Okay. Here we go. I had a nice crash. Let's see it up close. What happened here? Here I come. I can hear the car. Whoa, I hit the bank and that was it. Nice. Cool. Nice crash. Okay, crash for the end. And the slow motion. Yeah, the bank made me jump over to the other side. Oops, sorry. Boom. Nice. Let's see it from a different angle. Let's see the jump. Oh, that's a tall jump. Not this menu. Nice. Except I didn't see the jump itself. Whoa. It's cold here in Sweden. Obviously. Nice jump. And you know what's kind of the funny thing about this replay? I can turn on the lights independent of the replay. That's one thing. The second thing I can do is I can actually change time of day by making everything darker. There we go. Now it's nighttime in the replay. Cool. So finally I have sounds that are actually in 3D. Good day. Good day. Good day. Okay. Well, there are some quirks and these, I don't know why this popping sounds. That's annoying. But anyway, thanks for watching. Here's the last run. The last run. Bang. And there's the crash. This is a fan cam. Okay. Good night. See you tomorrow.